everyone, it's Tucanxan and welcome to my channel. I wanted to take a minute to talk to you about my experience at WonderCon this weekend. So WonderCon is basically the little brother slash sister to Comic-Con in San Diego, and I went on Sunday and it was an amazing experience. Like, it was just so cool, and it was actually a lot bigger than I was expecting. Like, there were just so many booths and artists there, and that's what my friend Cam was saying. Cambria Edwards, go to CambriaEdwards.com. That's what she was saying. She was saying that WonderCon is predominantly for the artists behind the graphic novels and comic books that we love so much. So she thought, she really likes my art, so she thought it would be a great idea to take me there because she has professional passes, because she's a badass. Anyway, so we went to WonderCon, and long story short, next year I'm going to try and see if I can get a booth there, because I think that it would be a really good experience, and maybe I can start selling my art in the con circuit. Anyway, so if you have been following me on Instagram or on Facebook, hopefully you know that yesterday I got to meet Ashleigh Izienicki. And I can't even pronounce her Instagram handle, but it's Miss Up AC. So it's spelled MISSUPACEY. And I've been following her on Instagram for some time, and she has like 50,000 followers, and I love her art style so much. So I got to meet her yesterday. It was like a complete surprise. I wasn't expecting to see her there. And she was just so cool and so down to earth and so like open. I got this original piece that Ashleigh Izienicki did during Inktober, and I just loved this piece from the start. I think it was inspired by Edgar Allan Poe's The Raven. I'm not sure, don't quote me on that, but I just really identified with it when I saw it, and when I saw that she had this one for sale, I was like, oh, I have to get it. Because it's just, there's something magical about the details in this piece. But I'll stand like this for a bit. The eyelashes and the eyes are so expressive, and the wash on her face is just so delicate and beautiful. And I love that she has wings for arms instead of actual arms, and I love that they're black. So I got to meet her, and that was really just awesome. She gave me a lot of great advice, because I was asking her what it was like for her to be an artist on Instagram, and she said that it's treated her very well and she really likes it. She said that the hardest thing is getting your first 1,000 followers, and I totally identify with that because that's something that I have been struggling with a little bit. I've been kind of hovering in the 460 to 70 range for a while, and I'm super thankful for all of the followers that I have, because I know that the 400 followers I have are super engaged in my work. But it's just like, I believe that now with this YouTube challenge I'm putting out a higher quality of work, and I'm really hoping that I'm going to increase my following, because I do want to make a living off of this, and I'm gonna have my art website up soon. And so that was really encouraging to hear that she said that it gets a lot easier after you get your first 1,000 followers. You know, it just, things kind of level out and smooth out, and followers come more consistently. So yeah, meeting one of my Instagram heroes was absolutely incredible, and she was just so sweet and so honest. She said getting a booth in the Artist Alley is a lot less than at Comic-Con. She said it was around $350, which I think is reasonable for 3 days. So that was really encouraging as well. You know, actually, surprisingly, my friend Cam, thank God you were there, because I just didn't have the guts to say it myself, but Cam said that I was also an artist. And Ashleigh, she said, oh, well, what's your Instagram? And I just kind of panicked because she passed me her phone, and I put in my Instagram handle and I just hit follow. So now she's following me, which is totally awesome and unexpected, and you know, I hope that she likes my work legitimately and she didn't just follow me because she felt bad for me, because I get a little self-conscious sometimes, and sometimes I get a little, I don't know, I lack confidence when I'm trying to talk about what I'm doing with my life, and I know that's something I need to work on. But that was really like the highlight of the weekend, like knowing that one of my Instagram heroes that has that many followers that's doing with her life what I want to be doing was just incredible. So I will link you to her Instagram page and her website so that you can check out her work. She's really just super, super talented, and she has such a cool style. So I was going to take you through all the other fun little tidbits that I got at WonderCon yesterday. So the next thing I got, what did I get next? I think it was this one. So this is, you probably recognize this art style, you should at least, because he was featured in Masters of Anatomy and Gen 13. He's responsible for Gen 13 in my personal favorite graphic novel / comic book when I was growing up, Danger Girl, J. Scott Campbell. If you don't know who J. Scott Campbell is, you've probably been living under a rock. He is like one of the best artists, I think, that is able to capture the ideal female form. Not necessarily the most realistic, but the most ideal. Like, he just has this ability to craft the female figure in such a beautiful way. And as an aside, I got this for my partner because he absolutely loves J. Scott Campbell. That really influenced his art style growing up. So that was cool. J. Scott Campbell did not actually attend WonderCon himself, I guess maybe because it's a smaller con, and I didn't buy anything for myself personally because I'm a little upset at J. Scott Campbell, honestly, because when I go to an artist's Instagram, like, yeah, I like to see the more personal side of an artist's life, but I don't like to see too much of it. And there was, I don't know if he's still doing it because I actually stopped following J. Scott Campbell. So, like, I had my poster notifications turned on, and every single picture that he posted was of his hot young 20-something girlfriend. And it's like, good for you, dude. I'm super happy you get young tail. Congratulations. I'm sure you're super happy and you're probably super in love. But that's really unprofessional to me. You know, like, if you're an artist and you have a brand that is associated with your name, I kind of feel like it should be more about the art than your young hot girlfriend. I haven't been following him because I just have been afraid that every time I go there it's just going to be a picture of him and his girlfriend all over each other. But he is really just an incredible artist, and he is super talented at capturing females. So you should definitely go and check out his page, because if you haven't been exposed to him before, he can be a great influence in learning how to capture anatomy in a very stylistic and beautiful way. So I will also give you a link to his information in the description. And after that, I caught, this is probably super glossy and I don't know if you'll be able to see this, and honestly, I actually don't know who this artist is. Like, I was passing by his table and I saw this, and I was like, oh my god, this is so beautiful. So it's Khaleesi from Game of Thrones, and her husband is above her. There you go, if you can see that a little bit better. And I think his last name is Burr. So if anyone knows about an artist with the last name of Burr, please link it to me in the comments below. Let me know if you know who that is. Because I am so impressed and now currently obsessed with his work. I wish I grabbed a business card. I just didn't think about it. It was towards the end of WonderCon and my brain was all fried and I didn't grab a card, but I have a signature, so I got this gorgeous art print, and it was for pennies. He sold it for like 10 bucks, which I think I would gladly have paid more for this, but the price didn't hurt, so I definitely grabbed that too. Oh, this is so cool. Okay, so some of you probably, actually most of you probably don't know because I'm not super open about it, but I skateboard. And I mean, I don't do tricks or anything like that. I just cruise around on a little fishtail board with big ass wheels, because skateboarding is one of the best things that's ever happened to me in my life. It's so fun and it's just so liberating when you're out there and you're on the board and you've got the wind in your hair and you're just like cruising and going with the flow of the road. It's just like, it's just an awesome feeling. And I think skateboarders get a really bad rap for being like super rebellious and angry people, and I mean, I've actually had people try and deliberately run me over because I'm skateboarding. Like, It's so stupid. Like, I was in my neighborhood and I was on a street that didn't have any sidewalks, and I distinctly remember this car like slowly coming towards me, and I like pulled off to the side as far as I could go, and they still like, they came within an inch of me, and there was no car in front of them or behind them, and then eventually they just went away. It was like this middle-aged woman, and I think she just didn't like skateboarders. And it's like, first of all, we're pedestrians. Second of all, there were no sidewalks, so if I'm skating, I have as much of a right to be on the road as you do. I'm no different than a couple walking or a mom with a baby stroller. Like, you have to be respectful of people that are skateboarding and not endanger them because you have something against them. But in general, like, skateboarding has been one of the best things that's ever happened to me. So I met another artist, her name is Nicole Goux, and I will also link her stuff in the descriptions. And this is an enamel pin. Can you see that? If I do this, it'll probably get out of focus. But it's totally my aesthetic. It's that pastel grunge punk vibe, and it's called the Fuck Off Squad, and it's just super cool. So I think it's a comic that she has called Fuck Off Squad, and I'll try and link that in the description as well. So this was one of the highlights of my day, because this pin like totally captures how I feel about a lot of things. So I got this really cool magnet. I hope you can see that. There you go. Maybe now you can see it a little better. It's the Death Star in the form of a heart, and it says "I know" on it. And I also got this for my partner, and it's from a really cool company called Monkey Minion Press. They gave me a free pin. Yay, flares! And I will link their Kickstarter in the description. And their whole thing about their Kickstarter is it's a new book from Monkey Minion Press called Beyond. And they had really cool merchandise like this, super geeky, nerdy, awesome, fun, cute stuff. So that was really cool. And then someone just passed me this free comic while we were leaving WonderCon. It's called Spaceman Jax, and by Ringer Comics. So I will have to look up, because I actually haven't even read this, but you know, it's nice to be given merchandise like this for free, so I'm definitely going to try and link them in the description as well. I'm actually not sure who the artist is. I'll look it up and I'll give you all the information when I can. This is a business card. It fell on the ground, so I'm going to grab it now. Whoop! Hi. Let's see. Okay, so this is another artist that we met. His name is Chris Kawagiwa, and I will also link you to his stuff. This is his card. It's super cool. I don't know if you can see that either, but there's like twins that are going to be future bearded ladies with the ringmaster, and this guy is brilliant. Like, I've never seen his work before, but he is so smart. Like, he's very good at capturing literal visual puns, so if that's your thing, you should definitely check him out. And on top of that, he's capable of a very broad range of styles. So he had like this really cute image of Rey sitting up against the dilapidated spaceship in The Force Awakens, and it was a very cute, almost chibi kind of feel. And then he has like really complex Art Nouveau style pieces that are also like in reference to Star Wars, or yeah, just like kind of space things in general. So he is super incredibly talented. His specialty, in the few minutes that I got to talk to him, I feel like is his ability to capture details. Like, he just puts in details that I feel like most artists wouldn't even think about. So please go check out his stuff too. And I think that's it. That's all the promotion I'm gonna do today. None of this is paid content. I'm not getting paid to promote any of this. This is just kind of the cool artists that I got to find over the weekend, so I'm sharing them with you. So